Farid Ahmed's words of forgiveness were heard around the world following a terror attack in Christchurch, New Zealand.
I want a heart that will be full of love and will forgive lavishly.
Farid's wife Husna was among 51 Muslims massacred as they worshipped at two city mosques. And yet Farid chose love over hate.
I don't want to have a heart that is boiling like a volcano. A volcano has anger, fury, rage.
In this podcast, Farid shares his own extraordinary life story, weaving everyday lessons from a series of savage life shocks that would have overwhelmed many. He explores the nature of compassion and how forgiveness has helped him deal with his own trauma.
People ask me, why did you forgive someone who has killed your loved wife, beloved wife?
His words and stories offer both healing and hope for the future.
If our heart is full of love, then peace will start from here.
Episode 4: Bomb, Starvation and Forgiveness.
The knowledge I had since my childhood about forgiveness or compassion showed me that if I deal through the forgiveness and compassion, then it is better for me and better for everyone. I'll give you a little story from my childhood. So, first of all, I'll tell you the impact, how much suffering we did, and then why I chose to forgive. Brief story. It was 1971. Suddenly, we saw some soldiers, Pakistani soldiers, in front of our school. I was in year 4, so I was 9 years old. It was very scary. Headmaster said, school is closed until we notify again. We came home. Soldiers, what are they doing here? My parents said, there is a war. What is war? Didn't understand war. And then firefighter. All these things was very scary. The life was changed suddenly. No school, but we could not play on our yard because what if a bomb is dropped? And then it took about 9.5 months. And in that period of time, there was not enough food. We could not grow anything in the field because of the scare. What if someone shoot you? What if there is a bomb on you? So all of us used to stay at home. Daytime, fear of war. Nighttime, fear of robber. The robbing was taking place everywhere. So we used to, stay awake to be careful. But how much careful can you be? No electricity. At night in the village, no electricity, all dark. And because we had a big block, if anyone intruded in any corner, you would not know. So we had a dog, and that dog was very loyal. But at night the dog used to bark. One morning we saw that someone killed the dog. And it was very sad for me. A very favorite dog. Any little sound, she would bark. She would alert us. So we passed the war, and we thought things would be better. But then very soon one night we heard that the police has arrested my father. Why him? He was not in any side. Why him? We found out that a village person, someone in our village, had some issues with another person, and my father was the judge. So for his judgment, the outcome went against that person. He was holding the grudge, and he was with the new government, and he took the chance to punish him. So without any case, he influenced the minister to order to arrest my father without any case. So without any case, he was in prison for another 9.5 months. And then that 9.5 months, we were starving. All the kids, we were little. We didn't know how to plow the land. We didn't have money how to employ people. Everything was ruined. We used to eat maybe once a day, whatever we could grab from our farm, fruits, this and that. It was a very hard time. And my mom suffered a lot. She was about that big. After 9.5 months, she was this. And she could not sleep at night.
This is starvation.
Yes. And among 6 siblings, I had 3 over me. But probably I was blessed that I could take some risk. So I was always with my mother. And I was still in primary school. So I decided to spend more time with her, taking her out, comforting her when she's sad, helping her in cooking, whatever I could. I did that. But the suffering was enormous. After much effort, 9.5 months after, when we managed to bring our father to the court, the judge looked at his case and he was angry that who did put him in prison? What is the case against him? There is nothing, no complaint. So he immediately released him. He said he should go home. Anyway, so I told this story. You can imagine that due to the impact and suffering on us, we should have the grudge against the man who ruined our family.
Yeah.
It's obvious. And it is normal for many people. But at that time, my thinking was different. Why? Because of knowledge. Whatever little knowledge I had, I compared. I said to myself that if we have the grudge against him, maybe we can do some harm to his family. And if his mother suffers like mine, oh no, no. My mother suffered, but I do not like his mother to suffer. his brothers and sisters, as we suffered. If we hold the grudge and do something, we can, but his family, his brothers and sisters will suffer. I don't want that. If we put them in suffering, what benefit are we going to get? That was my knowledge, my understanding. What benefit are we going to get? On the other case, the other scenario is they will lose their peace in mind, we will lose our peace of mind, we will act, think like enemies. Some people will support them, some people will support us, and then maybe there will be case, maybe there will be fight, maybe there will be bloodshed. What for? What is the profit? What is the gain? And even you see, sometimes people, countries, they are fighting. What gain? After lots and lots of, loss of lives, money, weapons, and then they come together for a peace deal. To me, we should be feeling ashamed of it. That why didn't we think before we started the war that what we were going to gain, what we were going to lose? Anyway, I had that calculation in my mind, that knowledge, even at that stage. So, I was the first one who took the move. I went to him and I called him uncle. He was shocked. He didn't want to trust me. That maybe, is my enemy's son has come with pretending to put me into any trouble. But I didn't give up. I continued my relationship this way, that way. It took probably a year. And then he realized that I had no evil mission. I was only trying to be friendly. He got close to me and he said, I have done so much damage to your family. I said, so why are you sitting still? If you feel that way, why didn't you take a move to solve it? I'm scared. So he was at that time about 42 years old and I was probably 12 or 11. I said, uncle, take the move. It is still not late. Make friendship. Will your family forgive me? I said, I have. I cannot guarantee about them, but I will help you if you are genuine. Okay, help me. And then it took me time to convince my parents. My parents, they supported my heart, my compassion. That part was not a problem. They were only trying to check that, Farid, we understand your heart, but will your compassion be taken as an advantage by other side? We want to be sure. I said, okay, be sure. And finally they became friends. They were happy. They didn't have to spend any night sleepless worrying that what the enemy was going to do to them. So this is my whole point, that forgiveness, what mainly motivated me was my understanding about gain and loss. Instinctively, even a child knows what is going to be beneficial. That's why when a baby knows I'm hungry and say, wow, give me milk, mom. Okay? So, and then we grow up and we start suppressing our instinctual knowledge about gain and loss. We suppress. And because of the suppression, sometimes we do not see the benefit of the forgiveness and we do not see the loss of hatred. But in my childhood, I am blessed that at that time even I could think, and I said, okay, why do I have to go for bigger loss? Whatever we have lost, lost. Stop there. Push the brake. And now try to look at the gain. So forgiveness is a gain, brother.